branches and dream all the I'll tell you, a year ago, I was a member of the Pitti-Sing town Mikado. It was my duty to take the cat route for contribution. While discharging this delicate office, I saw Yum. We loved each other at once, but she was betrothed to her guardian, Coco, a cheap tailor, and I saw that my suit was hopeless. Overwhelmed with despair, I quitted the town. Judging by delight when I heard a month ago that Coco had been condemned to death for flirting. I hurried back at once in hope of finding Yum at liberty to listen to my protestations.
It is true that Coco was condemned to death for flirting, but he was reprieved at the last moment and raised to the exalted rank of Lord High Executioner under the following remarkable circumstances. Mikado, virtuous man, when he to rule a land began, resolved to shrine a plan whereby young men might best be steady. So he declared in words so simple that all who flirted near the wind, when Esther knew the early lick, should forthwith be beheaded, 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 should forthwith be beheaded. You'll all agree that he was right to so decree. I am right and you are right, and all is right as right can be. And you are right, and we are right, and all is right as right can be. And all is right as right can be. Understand was great dismay throughout the land, for young and old and shy and bold were equally affected. The youth who raked a roving high, with a non-connubial side, was thereupon condemned to die. The openly objected, usually objected. His eyes that he was right to so object, and I am right and you are right, and everything is quite correct. And everything is quite correct. All is right, So we strained a thousand barely convict from the county jail, whose head was next on some pretext condemned to be mown off. And in him heads then four we said, whose next would be decapitated, and not put off another's head, until each cut his own off, his own off, his own off, until he's cut his own off. We are right, I think he's saying, to argue in this kind of way. I am right and you are right, and all is right and you are right.
difference between the dignified judge who condemns a criminal to die and the industrious mechanic who carries out the sentence has rolled the two offices into one, and every judge is now his own executioner.
But how good of you, for I see that you are a nobleman of the highest rank, to condescend to tell all of this to me, a mere strolling minstrel.
Don't mention it. I am, in point of fact, a particularly haughty and exclusive person of pre-Adamite ancestral descent. You will understand this when I tell you that I can trace my ancestry back to a protoplasmal primordial atomic globule. Consequently, my family pride is something inconceivable. I can't help it. I was born sneering, but I struggle hard to overcome this defect. I mortify my pride continually when all the great officers of state resigned in a body because they were too proud to serve under an ex-tailor. Did I not unhesitatingly accept all their jobs at once?
And the salaries attached to them? You did.
It is consequently my degrading duty to serve this upstart as First Lord of the Treasury, Lord Chief Justice, Commander-in-Chief, Lord High Admiral, Master of the Buckhounds, Groom of the Backstairs, Archbishop of Pitti-Sing, and Lord Mayor, both acting and elect, all rolled into one. With salary. I, a salaried minion, a Pooh-Bah paid for his services. But I do it. It revolts me, but I do it.
And it does you credit.
But I don't stop at that. I go and dine with middle-class people on reasonable terms. I dance at cheap suburban parties, for a moderate fee. I accept refreshment at any hands, however lowly. I also retell state secrets at a very low figure. For instance, any further information about Yum Yum would come under the head of a state secret. Another insult, and I think a light one. Young man is there, likewise you, young affair, you must not do, it will not do, I'm sorry for you, you very perfect ablutioner. This very day from school, young man.
yum yum. My love so dearly, this day to Congo is reunited.
The fact appears to be as you've recited. But here he comes, big wind as duty station. He'll give you any further information. Here.
Gentlemen, I'm much touched by this reception.
And bit.
I can only trust that by strict attention to duty, I shall ensure a continuance of those favors which it shall ever be my study to deserve. Should I ever be called upon to act professionally, I am happy to think that there will be no difficulty in finding plenty of people whose loss will be a distinct gain to society at large. Someday to make happen that a victim must be found. I've got a little list, I've got a little list of societal offenders who might well be underground and who never would be missed, who never would be missed. There's a preservation nuisance who right from the past, who have bloody hands and little yards, children who are button heads and all of them flat, or persons who shake hands with you like that, and all the persons who are spoiling potato things, they none of them did this, they none of them did this.
He's got them on the list, he's got them on the list, and none of them did this, well, none of them did this.
There's this dreadful street musician found in every public place, the piano organist, I've got him on the list. All people who be peppermint and puff it in your face, they none of them be missed, they none of them be missed. And the idiot who praises with enthusiastic glow, all centuries must listen, every country must his own. And the lady from the provinces who dresses like a guy, and who doesn't think she dances, but would rather like to try. And the singular anomaly, the lady of the list, I don't think she'll be missed. I'm sure she can't be missed.
He's got her on the list, he's got her on the list, and none of them did this, well, sure she'll not be missed.
There's this nice like rice nuisance who just now is rather rife, the judicial humorist. I've got him on the list. All funny fellows, comic men and clowns of private life, they none of them be missed. They've none of them be missed, and apologetic statesmen of a compromising kind, such as, what do you call them, ring organs, likewise. Never mind. And, what's his name? And also, you know who. The task of filling out the blanks I'd rather leave to you, but it really doesn't matter who you put on the list, for they've none of them been missed, they've none of them been missed.
You may put them on the list, you may put them on the list, and none of them be missed, well, none of them be missed.
Pooh-Bah. It seems the festivities in connection with my approaching marriage must last a week. I should like to do it handsomely, and I want to consult you as to how much I ought to spend upon it.
Certainly. In which of my capacities, and First Lord of the Treasury, Lord Chamberlain, Attorney General, Chancellor of the Exchequer, Privy Purse, or Private Secretary?
Suppose we say it's private secretary.
Private Secretary. I should say that as the city would have to pay for it. Don't stink yourself. Do it well.
Ah, exactly. As the city will have to pay for it. That is your advice?
As Private Secretary, you, of course, will understand that as Chancellor of the Exchequer, it is my duty to see that due economy is observed.
Oh, but you just said don't stint yourself, do it well.
As Private Secretary.
And now you say that due economy must be observed.
As Chancellor of the Exchequer.
I see. We'll come over here where the Chancellor can't hear us. Now then, as my solicitor, how do you advise me to deal with this difficulty?
As your solicitor, I should have no difficulty in saying, chance it.
Thank you, I will.
If it were not that as Lord Chief Justice, it is my duty to see that the law isn't violated.
Well, come over here where the Lord Chief Justice can't hear us. Now, as First Lord of the Treasury.
As First Lord of the Treasury, I could propose a special vote that would cover all expenses, if it were not that as leader of the opposition, it would be my duty to resist it tooth and nail. But then, as Paymaster General, I could so cook the accounts that as Lord High Auditor I should never discover the fraud. But then, as Archbishop of Pitti-Sing, it would be my duty to denounce my dishonesty and hand myself over to my own custody as First Commissioner of the Police.
That's extremely awkward.
I don't mean to say that all these distinguished people couldn't be squared, but it is my duty to inform you that they will not be sufficiently degraded in their own estimation unless they were insulted with a very considerable bribe.
The matter shall have my careful consideration. But my guided sister's approach and any little compliment you could give them, such as an abject novel in a characteristic Japanese attitude, would be esteemed a favor.
No money, no grovel.
quite usual, eh, Lord Chamberlain?
I have known it done.
Thank goodness that's over.
One at a time, if you please.
Oh, if you please. He's the gentleman who used to play so beautifully on the
Marine Parade.
Yes, I think that was the name of the instrument.
Sir, I have the misfortune to love your ward, young. Oh, I know I deserve your anger.
Anger? Not a bit, my boy. Why, I love her myself. Charming little girls, cheer, pretty eyes, and nice hair, a taking little thing altogether. Very glad to hear my opinion back by competent authority. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Take him away.
I beg your pardon, but what is this? My arm?
That is a tremendous swell.
Go away, little girls. Can't talk to little girls like you. Go away, dear.
Allow me to these are my 3 wards. The one in the middle is my riding knight.
What do you want me to do to them? Mind, I will not kiss them.
No, you shan't kiss them. A little now. I mean, nothing. You needn't mean it, you know.
It goes against the grain. They are not young ladies, they are young persons.
Come, make an effort. As a good nobleman.
But I shan't mean it. How do you do, little girls? How do you do? My protoplasmal ancestor.
That's very good.
I see nothing to laugh at. It is very painful for me to have to say, how do you do, little girls, how do you do to young persons. I'm not in the habit of saying, how do you do, little girls, how do you do to anybody under the rank of a stockbroker.
Don't laugh at him. He can't help it. He's on the treatment for it.
We understand the delicacy of my position, don't we?
I should think we did. How no women of your importance can do it at all is a thing that I never can, never shall understand.
raised in the belief that your guardian was beheaded. And now I find you're about to be married to him this very afternoon?
Alas, yes.
But do you love him?
Alas, no.
Oh, modified rapture. But why do you not refuse him?
What good would that do? He's my guardian and he wouldn't let me marry you.
But I would wait until you were of age.
You forget that in Japan girls do not arrive at years of discretion until they are 50.
True. From 17 to 49 are considered years of indiscretion.
Besides, the wandering minstrel who plays a wind instrument outside of tea houses is hardly a fitting husband for the ward of a Lord High Executioner.
Shall I tell her? Yes, she will not betray me. What if I should prove that, after all, I am no musician?
There! I was certain of it. I heard you play.
What if it should prove that I am no other than the son of His Majesty the Mikado?
The son of the Mikado? But why is it your highness disguised? And what has your highness done? And will your highness promise to never do it again?
Some years ago, I had the misfortune to captivate Katisha, an elderly lady of my father's court. She misconstrued my customary affability into expressions of affection and claimed to be in marriage under my father's law. My father, the Lucius Julius Brutus of his race, ordered me to marry her within a week or perish ignominiously on the scaffold. That night, I fled his court, assuming the disguise of a second trombone. I joined the band in which you found me when I had the happiness of seeing you.
If you please, I think your highness had better not come too near.
But
the laws against flirting are excessively severe.
But we are quite alone, and nobody can see us.
Still, that don't make it right. To flirt is capital.
It is capital.
And we must obey the law.
Deuce take the law.
I wish it would, but it won't.
If it were not for that, how happy we might be.
Happy indeed.
If it were not for the law, we would be sitting now, side by side, like that.
Instead of being obliged to sit half a mile off like that.
We should be gazing into each other's eyes, like that.
With our breathing sighs of inutterable love. Like that.
With our arms round each other's waists, like that.
Yes, if it wasn't for the law.
If it wasn't for the law.
As it is, of course, we couldn't do anything of the kind.
Not for worlds.
Being engaged to Coco, you know.
Being engaged to Coco.
I will sing.
hardly seems worthwhile. Oh, matrimony. Now then, what is it? Can't you see that I'm soliloquizing? You're interrupted in apostrophe, sir.
I am the bearer of a letter from His Majesty the Mikado.
Pardon? What in the world do you have to say to me? Ah, here it is. I thought it would come sooner or later. The Mikado is struck by the fact that no executions have taken place in Pitti-Sing for a year, and decrees that unless somebody is beheaded within 1 month, the post of Lord High Executioner shall be abolished, and the city reduced to the rank of a village.
But that would involve us all in irretrievable ruin.
Yes, there's nothing to be done. I shall have to execute somebody at once. The only question is, who shall it be?
It seems unkind to say so, but since you're already under sentence of death for flirting, everything would seem to point to you.
What's he talking about? I can't execute myself.
Why not?
Why not? In the first place, self-decapitation is an extremely difficult, not to say dangerous thing to attempt. And in the second, it's suicide. And suicide is a capital offense.
That is true, no doubt.
We might reserve that point.
True, it could be argued 6 months hence, before the full court.
Besides, I don't see how a man can cut off his own head.
A man might try.
Even if you only succeed in cutting it half off, that would be something.
True, it would be taken as an earnest of your desire to comply with the imperial will.
No, pardon me, but there I am adamant. As official headsman, my reputation is at stake, and I can't consent to embark on a professional operation unless I see my way to a successful result.
This professional conscientiousness is highly creditable to you, but it places us in a very awkward position.
Good sir, the awkwardness of your position is grace itself compared to that of a man engaged in the act of cutting off his own head.
I'm afraid that unless you can obtain a substitute.
A substitute? Most certainly nothing easier than Pooh-Bah. I appoint you Lord High Substitute.
I should be delighted. Such an appointment would realize my fondest dream. But no. At any sacrifice, I must set bounds to my insatiable ambition. I am so proud, if I allowed my family bride to be my guide. I'd volunteer to quit this sphere instead of you in a minute or two. But family pride must be denied and set aside and mortified and mortified. My brain is teems with endless schemes more forward and move forward, but if my feet are dead, if it's that my fears that happens. Now every natural race is natural for the
I heard one day a gentleman say that criminals who are caught in truth can hardly fear the fatal steel, and so are saying without much weight. If this is true, it's jolly for you. Your courage screw to base adieu.
I am so proud.
My brain is teems with endless schemes more forward but if my feet are dead, if it's now every natural race is scourged as a risen man. And so plighted at the last moment, simply in order to benefit my native town, am now required to die within a month, and that by a man whom I have loaded with honors. Is this public gratitude? Is this? Go away, sir. How dare you? Am I never to be permitted to soliloquize?
Oh, go on. Don't mind me.
What are you doing with that robe?
I'm about to terminate an unendurable experience.
Terminate existence? Oh, nonsense. What for?
Because you are going to marry the girl I adore.
Nonsense, sir. I won't permit it. I am a humane man, and if you attempt anything of the kind, I shall order your instant arrest. Come, sir, desist at once, or I summon my guard!
That's absurd. If you attempt to raise an alarm, I instantly perform the happy dispatch with this dagger.
No, don't do that. This is horrible. You cold-blooded scoundrel. Don't you realize that in taking your own life, you're committing a crime which is substitute?
What's the matter?
Are you absolutely certain that you are resolved to die?
Absolutely.
Will nothing shake your resolution?
Nothing.
Threats, entreaties, prayers, all useless?
Yes, sir. My mind is made up.
Well then, if you really mean what you say, and if you are absolutely resolved to die, and if nothing whatever will shake your determination, then don't spoil yourself by committing suicide, but be beheaded handsomely at the hands of the public executioner.
I don't see how that would benefit me.
Don't you? Observe. You'll have a month to live, and you'll live like a fighting cock at my expense. When the day comes, there'll be a grand public ceremonial. You'll be the central figure. No one will attempt to deprive you of that distinction. There'll be a processional, bands, dead march, bells tolling, all the girls in tears, the young distracted. And then, when it's all over, general rejoicings. And display of fireworks in the evening. You won't see them, but they'll be there all the same.
Do you think Young will be really distracted at my death?
I'm convinced of it. Bless you, she's the most tender-hearted of a creature alive.
I should be sorry to cause her pain. Perhaps, after all, if I were to withdraw from Japan and travel in Europe in a couple of years, I might contrive to forget her.
Oh, I don't think you could forget Young quite so easily. And after all, what is more miserable than a love-blighted life?
True.
Life without Young, why, it seems absurd.
And yet, there are a good many people in the world who have to endure it.
Poor devils, yes. You're quite right not to be of their number.
I won't be of their number.
Noble fellow.
I'll tell you how I'll manage it. Let me marry Young, and tomorrow and in a month, you may behead me.
No, I draw the line at Young.
Very good. If you can draw the line, so can I.
Stop! Listen one moment. Be reasonable. How can I consent to your marrying Young if I'm going to marry her myself?
My good friend, she will be a widow in a month, and you can marry her then.
That's true, of course. I quite see that. But, tell me, my position during the next month will be most unpleasant.
Not half so unpleasant as my position at the end of it.
But, dear me, well, I agree. After all, it's only putting off my marriage, my wedding for a month. But you won't prejudice her against me, will you? You see, I've educated her to be my wife. She's been taught to regard me as a wise and good man. Now, I shouldn't like the thoughts on that point disturbed.
Trust me, she shall never learn the truth from me.
With a
and